Today we are talking about the magnificent shift of Uranus into Gemini. It's going to be here for 7 years, quite a dramatic shift, and it's just seen a similar time in Taurus. And so there has been a big impact on certain aspects of your life. And you may find that that now shifts and a new area of your life is being impacted. And Uranus doesn't move slowly. Uranus is full of surprise. And we don't see Uranus coming. Ooh. Uranus we know from Uranus, I may be saying that wrong, and Gaia. We know our Greek gods, and they came from the Titans, and it was Uranus and Gaia who birthed the Titans. So we can see this huge idea of Uranus being involved with the blueprint of the earth, the architect behind the scenes, orchestrating it all, bringing it all together with Gaia to form this earth. An incredible, powerful effect on our lives as it transits across the sky. And other outer planets have also been transiting, and Uranus is now making this final move in this final stage of these outer planets shifting positions, creating enormous change. And you can look up Uranus in Gemini in your sign, for your sign, because different houses will be affected depending on your zodiac sign. You can look that up. But just to know that Uranus doesn't tread lightly, it brings a lot of change, and it's moving from the feminine Taurus energy into the masculine Gemini energy. Uranus was also associated with Prometheus. Prometheus stole fire from Mount Olympus and shared it with humanity. So we get this idea of something for the divine coming through and being given to humankind, a gift from the gods, if you like. And so this is also part of what's coming into play. It may be disruptive, extremely disruptive. You may not know for a few years yet that it's all for your greater good. It may feel troublesome, especially at the start as we enter significant changes in our lives. However, remember this idea that as things shift, there are also gifts coming through. As structures are broken down and crumbling away, so too do we see other information, other communication, very Gemini traits coming through, knowledge, wisdom, and awareness shared. And I think it's worth mentioning that Uranus could not be seen with the naked eye. It requires a telescope, the first, I believe, of the planets being found through the telescope. And the idea then is it moves in unseen ways, Uranus. It is that, like the hands behind the puppet strings, pulling the strings, creating the stage in which we play. And so moving into Gemini, this masculine sign, we're going to see a huge amount of shift in our awareness, our ability to perceive things, and perhaps perceive beyond our current level of consciousness. And also bringing through a lot of information at this time, a lot of more effective communication with this Gemini aspect. And so let's see what the cards would like to say about this. I'm still shuffling. I've got one card. I'm just seeing if we have another couple to bring. And I think I'm just going to show you the first card as we're still sitting with this. We have the Nine of Cups. So just as you think you've got it all set up, you've got all your ducks in a row, and you're sitting back and you're sitting pretty and you're saying, okay, I got this. Uranus is going to come in and go, bang. Okay, you want wish fulfillment? You want wish fulfillment? This is the card of wish fulfillment. Then let me show you wish fulfillment. And he may have to take a wrecking ball to a certain aspect of your life for a while. But through that change comes the wish fulfilled. Through letting go and the crumbling and the falling away of old structures, we see the good coming through, the necessary change. And interestingly, here we have a peaceful card here. We have a 6 of Swords come through to remind us to come back to our heart space. The 6, the numerology of the 6, means bring together your masculine and your feminine. Find the balance here. And we see the Swords, which is that air energy, which Gemini is. This ability to think quickly, to pivot and change direction at a moment's notice. Geminis are happy with Uranus, the level of momentum and sudden change that Uranus can bring. Geminis are ready for that, and they have the ability to shift direction. And so here you may find that you're steering your ship in one direction, and you do need to make a pivot and shift into calmer waters, though. Let us see this. It's showing that some people are needing to be carried right now, and this may be people in your life, but where is it also you? Who are you carrying in your life? And who is carrying you? Who is supporting you at this time? And also, who is steering your ship? Do you have control of your own ship? Do you have control of your own mind? It's an important thing to understand at this time that in order to navigate our ship, we need to know where we are going. We need to understand what we want in our world and have the imagination and the foresight to bring it in. Get the clarity, these cards are saying, about what you want through this transition time into this Uranus in Gemini. We have 7 years. What is the calm, open waters that you would like to see? And what is that land on the other side? Who are you? And how would you like to show up differently as you cross across this next phase of Uranus? And we have another card here, the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles, you can see, is like hanging on. I don't want to change. I want things to stay as they are. And change we will see. And the 4 is about stability. Uranus is not about stability. Uranus is not about maintaining the status quo. Uranus is about absolutely driving things home. And it will obliterate where necessary. And so this is a good time for you to recognize that sometimes we don't need to hang on to this material world, possessions, physical things on this material plane. Where can we let go a little more and trust in the journey, trust in the process, and recognize that sometimes we do have to let go of things. Things have to die physically or metaphorically. They have to move away from us. Old systems need to fail and not go forwards, and new ones will find a new way through. If you're enjoying the cards, I do ask that you like and subscribe to the channel. It really does make a difference. And if you're willing and able, I ask you to close your eyes, and I'm going to take you into just a short meditation with the cards. So breathe in and breathe out. And what is it, your wish, if it was to be fulfilled? If it was to feel and fill you up and you were feeling completely fulfilled with emotional well-being, sitting back, feeling the relief and the release, everything's come together for you, what would that be? What would that look like? And if you feel like you've already got your life set up like that, then be aware that Uranus is going to shake up another aspect of your life. It may have been shaking up one area. That's soon going to be over. And we're now moving into this new area of your life. with Uranus coming in and creating a lot of change, and maybe fast, and you may not see it coming. And the cards here are saying just keep coming back to your heart space, come back into balance, know your mind, know your destination, and just trust the process. You will need to navigate these coming times and trust that you are exactly where you need to be right now, and that what is happening to you is exactly as it should be. Find that time in your heart to sit quietly and feel into the peace, and know that though turbulent times may be coming, there is a clear path ahead. Things will settle down. And what could you let go of a little more? What do you feel that you're hanging on too tightly to? Whether it be a relationship or finances or stuff, shopping, things that you like to scroll through online. Where can you loosen up and recognize that things may have to be a bit different? They may take a new form. And where can, in releasing your grip on this material world, where can you trust more to enjoy the day-to-day presence and the opportunities and the gifts that Uranus is going to bring? It may break apart, but when we break things apart, there is more space to let the light and the love flood in. So put a smile on your face, and in your own time, you can come back to the room and open your eyes. Feel into that wish fulfillment. Feel into the relief and the release, and know what that feels like at the other side of all of what's about to happen as Uranus enters into Gemini for the next 7 years. Remember, remind yourself to come back to your heart space and allow yourself to settle into this still and settled space. It will help you to navigate and stay calm despite what may lay ahead. And also know your mind, know your truth. So whatever structures fall apart around this time, know what it is that you want to see at the end of this. Keep your imagination alive and alert, and keep very clear on what it is that you wish to achieve. And just notice, what are you hanging into? What are you holding on too tightly to? And can you let it go a little? Can you shake loose and feel a little freedom move through your body, move through your bones? Put a smile on your face and recognize that sometimes, although the harbour feels very safe, you still want some adventure. There's still fun to be had as you open up your sails and you head out into the winds. Feel that lift and have a wonderful day.